Hi, are you ready for some bedtime stories? Bernard and I are, so let's get started. And would you be surprised if I told you our first book is going to be about a bear? It's called I'm Sticking With You. It's by Smriti, Prasadam-Halls, with illustrations by Steve Small. And it's a brand new book. We haven't even put it on the shelf at the library yet. And it's published by Goodwin Books, a division of Henry Holt and Company. Wherever you're going, I'm going too. Whatever you're doing, I'm sticking with you. Whether you're grumpy or silly or mad, through good times and bad times, happy or sad. Whatever you're thinking, I'm all ears. I'm ready to listen to all of your ideas. Ready to be there to help you along, even if sometimes it goes a bit wrong. Achoo. Whatever you're doing, that is the plan. Now you may think I can't, but I bet you I can, because I will try things that I never would do, never that is, until you showed me to. Like peas in a pod, you and I fit. Like strawberries and cream, we are a hit. I don't know if you can see him down there. Whatever the game, I'm on your side. No mountain too tall, no river too wide. We sit by the cliff top. We sit by the lake. We sit by the ice cap. I eat all the cake. We are actually bear. I think I need to be on my own, if you don't mind. It's getting a bit crowded here. There's barely any room. Oh my goodness. Poor squirrel. Really? Are you sure? Oh, okay. Okay then. That feels better. Each thing is in place, all neat and tidy. There's so much more space. I can do what I fancy whenever I wish. Nothing's a squash and nothing's a squish. It's such a nice change to do things alone, whenever I want to, all on my own. I've got all I need. I don't have to share. Everything's perfect. Except I miss Bear. Actually, hey Bear, 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 come back, 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 back. Who am I kidding? Where would I even be without you? Who else would listen? What would I do? Who helps me be the best I can be? Who shares their very last chocolate with me? Me without you? Oh, it just doesn't work. Me without you? I'd just go berserk. Do you know what berserk means? It means crazy. So, like it or lump it, you're stuck with me. For better or worse, that's the way it should be. Whether we lose or whether we win, we'll be there together through thick and through thin. We'll pick up the pieces, we'll patch up the hole, we'll mend what needs fixing, because that's how we roll. When we're unstuck, We won't fall apart. Whee! How could we ever? We're joined at the heart. We'll fit back together like bugs in a rug, like jam in a donut, like arms in a hug. So, wherever you're going, I'm going too. Whatever you're doing, I'm sticking like glue. And whether you like it, or love it, or not, we are a team. And I love you a lot. That's a real good story about friends, isn't it? Well, shall we have a bear jumping on our bed today instead of monkeys? I think Bernard would like that. So can you get your 5 fingers up? And we'll pretend each one is a bear. So there were 5 big bears who were jumping on the bed. When one fell off, well, he bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more big bears jumping on the bed." Did you say monkeys? I almost did. So show me 4. So 4 big bears were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more big bears jumping on the bed." So 3 big bears were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more big bears jumping on the bed." So then 2 big bears were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more big bears jumping on the bed." So that leaves 1 big bear who was jumping on the bed. When she fell off, oh, she bumped her head. So her mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more big bears jumping on the bed." So they're all gone. So let's have a story that's called What If? It's written by A.H. Benjamin with pictures by Jane Chapman. Looks like we might be down on the farm. Those all look like farm animals to me. And this is published by Magi Publications. Something special was happening on Buttercup Farm. The farmer had bought a kangaroo, and it was arriving that very day. The farmyard animals had never seen a kangaroo before. What can a kangaroo do anyway, they wondered, but nobody knew. "Oh, what if she can crow?" said Rooster. "What if she gets up very early every morning and crows so loudly that she wakes up the whole farm? Perhaps she would even count the hens and chicks to see if any were missing, and then the farmer wouldn't need me anymore, and I'd have to look for another job. Oh, cock-a-doodle-doo, I might not find one." "How dreadful," said everyone. "What if she can herd sheep?" said Dog. "What if she rounds them all up and takes them up to graze on the highest and greenest hills? Why, she might even chase a fox or 2, and the farmer would be so pleased with her that he'd send me to live in the kennels. Oh, woof! Oh, I would hate that." "Oh, how horrible," everyone said. "What if she can catch mice?" said the cat. "What if she catches all the mice in the barn and a few rats too? And maybe even the spiders would be scared to live there, and then the farmer would get rid of me and I would become a stray. Oh, meow. I'd miss my milk and sardines." "How awful," said everyone. "What if she can give milk?" said the cow. What if she fills up all the pails on the farm with such rich, creamy milk that everybody wants to buy it, and then nobody would want mine, and the farmer would make me pull the plow instead? Moo, I'd miss my cozy stall. How appalling, said everyone. What if she can grow wool, said Sheep. What if she has a thick woolly fleece that is whiter than snow and softer than silk? And maybe her coat would grow twice as fast as mine, and why, the farmer would be so delighted that he'd only use my wool to stuff old pillows and cushions. Bah! I couldn't stand that. How terrible, said everyone. What if she can pull a cart, said Horse. What if she can take a cart full of fruit and vegetables to the market faster than I can? Why, she might even give rides to the farmer's 2 children, and then there would be no place for me, and I would end up in an old horse's home. Nay, I'd miss all my friends here. Oh, how frightful, said everyone. Well, they were so busy worrying that they didn't notice that some of the young farm animals were missing. Where are my puppies? Said Dog. And my kittens? Asked Cat. And my lambs? Asked Sheep. Well, all of the animals searched and searched, but they could not find a kitten, nor a puppy, nor a tiny lamb anywhere. They looked from the barn to the pigsty with no luck. This is dreadful, crowed Rooster. Horrible, woofed Dog. Awful, meowed Cat. Appalling, mooed Cow. Terrible, bawed Sheep. Frightful, neighed Horse. And then suddenly, across the field, they saw, can you guess, who was that? A very strange animal, leaping and bounding toward them. Hello, it said, I'm Kangaroo. And the animals couldn't believe their eyes. Kangaroo had a big pouch in her tummy, and in her pouch were 3 kittens, 2 puppies, and 1 tiny lamb. We've had so much fun going on a tour of the farm, said Kangaroo. What if I were to be their babysitter every day? Oh, what a good idea, the animals cried. And with crowing and barking and meowing and mooing and baaing and neighing, they all welcomed Kangaroo to her new home. So all that worrying was for nothing. They didn't get somebody who took their jobs. They got someone who would make their jobs a little easier, because the kangaroo could watch all of the baby animals. Well, can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out, shake, shake, shake your sillies out, shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. And can you clap, clap, clap your crazies out, clap, clap, clap your crazies out, clap, clap, clap your crazies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out, stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out, stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stand up if you aren't already standing? Because it's time to jump. Can you jump, jump, jump your jiggles out, jump, jump, jump your jiggles out, jump, jump, jump your jiggles out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you yawn? Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Oh. Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Yawn your sleepies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you shake, shake, Shake your sillies out, shake, shake, shake your sillies out, shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. I thought we'd have another new story. This is one from the same author who did Click Clack Moo and all of those silly books about some other farm animals. I thought this was a good follow-up, and this was called Duck Stays in the Truck. It's written by Doreen Cronin and illustrated by Betsy Lewin. And it's published by Simon Spotlight. Well, Farmer Brown is going camping. He packs the animals. He packs a tent. He packs his brother Bob. We are going to Breezy Lake, says Farmer Brown. We can hike together. We can fish together. We can picnic together in the shade. So Bob sits in the front seat with Farmer Brown. I have the map, says Bob. I'll show you the way to Breezy Lake. Bob looks at the map. Go this way, says Bob. So Farmer Brown goes this way. Bob looks at the map. Go that way, says Bob. So Farmer Brown goes that way. Bob looks at the map. We are here, says Bob. This is not Breezy Lake, says Farmer Brown. This is the library. We need some books to go camping, says Bob. Always a good idea, don't you think? So they all got some books. Everyone picks out a book from the library, and then Bob and the animals pile back in the truck. Now Bob sits in the back this time, and Duck sits up front with the map. You do remember that Duck is a little bit bossy? Mm-hmm. Show me the way to Breezy Lake, says Farmer Brown. So Duck looks at the map, and Duck points this way. So Farmer Brown turns this way. Duck looks at the map. Duck points that way. So Farmer Brown turns that way. Duck looks at the map. The cows point straight ahead. Farmer Brown drives straight ahead. The sign says, "Welcome to Breezy Lake." Isn't that where they were going? Good for them. We are here at Breezy Lake, says Farmer Brown. We can hike together. We can fish together. We can picnic together in the shade. Well, the chickens turn left and they head up the mountain because chickens love to hike. Duck stays in the truck. The pigs turn right and they found the perfect spot in the shade. Pigs love to picnic. Duck stays in the truck. The cows walk straight ahead. They bring their fishing poles. Cows love to fish. But Duck stays in the truck. Farmer Brown and Bob set up the tent. We are at Breezy Lake, says Farmer Brown, but we are not together. Well, Bob lights a campfire, and Bob gathers long sticks, and Bob unpacks the marshmallows. I can't wait. Well, chickens see the campfire and return from their hike. The pigs see the campfire and they return from their picnic. The cows see the campfire and return from fishing. And guess what? Duck gets out of the truck. Farmer Brown is happy. We can sit together. We can read together. We can toast marshmallows together. It's a good day at Breezy Lake. I hope they won't get their sticky fingers or paws or hooves on the books, because then the pages would all stick together. All right. Well, speaking of sticky, I'm thinking we could do something with some sticky, sticky bubble gum. So reach in your pocket And if your jammies or what you're wearing don't have pockets, it's okay. Just pull out a pretend piece of bubble gum. Unwrap it, toss the wrapper in the trash, and pop the gum in your mouth. Chew it up until it's all soft and squishy, and then we'll be ready. Okay? Okay, put your hand out. You ready to do that disgusting thing? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Spit your gum in your hand and clap your hand on top. And we've got sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your chin. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your back. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your cheek. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your knee. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your nose. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your arm. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on mom or dad. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. It's time to throw it in the trash. All right. Well, let's have a story about a little dog named Widget. This is actually the second book about him. This is called Widget and the Puppy. It's by Lynn Rossiter McFarland with pictures by Jim McFarland. I have a feeling that might be her husband, but I'm not sure. It's published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. And look at that tail going up and down, up and down, up and down. That must be the new puppy. Widget lived in a little house with Mrs. Diggs and the girls. By the way, the girls are cats. Now one day, a stranger came to the door. "Look," said Mrs. Diggs, "we have a visitor." Widget looked. The girls looked. It was a puppy, a big puppy. "Widget, you watch the puppy," said Mrs. Diggs, "while I go find his owner." Look, that tail going back and forth and back and forth. Well, Widget watched the puppy. He watched the puppy eat all his food. He watched the puppy eat the girls' food. He watched the puppy take a drink and slobber water all over the floor. He watched the puppy drool and roll around on everyone's bed. The girls watched Widget watching the puppy. They thought Widget was a terrible puppy watcher. The girls tried to sneak out the door, and the puppy saw them. So the puppy followed the girls, and Widget followed the puppy. Now the puppy wanted to play a game with the girls. He played chase the girls around the yard and up a tree. The girls hissed at the puppy. They growled at Widget. It wasn't their job to watch the puppy. It wasn't their job to play with him either. Well, Widget watched the puppy find other games to play. He watched the puppy play chase the frogs out of the pond. Oh my goodness. He watched the puppy play find the treasure in the trash. He watched the puppy play, chew up all the toys. Oh dear. Widget even watched the puppy play catch Widget's tail. Puppy watching was hard work, and Widget could hardly keep his eyes open. I don't know if you can see what's happening there. Widget's fallen asleep, so he's not watching the puppy anymore. And the puppy is running. And the only one who is watching, and the only ones who are watching, are the girls. Oh no. Widget had fallen asleep, and the puppy? Why, he'd lost the puppy. Oh, what would Mrs. Diggs say? Widget was in big trouble. He ran around the yard. He saw the girls, and they were looking at something. So Widget looked where the girls were looking, and he saw the puppy's tail. But it wasn't wagging. The puppy was stuck in a groundhog's hole, and he needed to be rescued. Widget dug down until he reached the puppy's nose. Can you see them under the ground? Well, Puppy was happy to see Widget. He gave Widget a big sloppy kiss. Widget dug the puppy out. And now, Widget wanted to play, and the puppy did too. They played Widget's favorite game, digging up the woodchuck's hole. Oh, they had lots of fun. Widget, called Mrs. Diggs, look who's here. And it was the puppy's owner. Widget and the puppy played catch the puppy's tail all the way back to the house. Widget and the puppy got a bath. Not that they needed it. And you know what? The girls did too. It was time for the puppy to leave. Mrs. Diggs gave Widget a pat. Widget was a wonderful puppy watcher, she said. Right, girls? What do you think? Well, you know, the only finger play I know about dogs is about the hot dogs. So can you get your 5 hot dogs ready? I've got 5 little hot dogs and they're cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. So now no little hot dogs are cooking in the pan, but the grease got hot and the pan went bam. Well, we're going to have one more book before we have the flannel board because I'm realizing that I didn't bring one of my Sandra Boynton books to finish up, so we'll sneak one in here before we have the flannel board. This is called There's a Pest in the Garden, and it's by Jan Thomas. She does the pictures too, and it's published by Houghton, Mifflin, and Harcourt. Do you know what that is? That's the pest. We'll find out who it is. Munch, munch. There's a pest in the garden. He's eaten all the beans. Oh. What's that pest going to eat next? Quack, said the duck. What do you think he's going to eat? I see. That's where the beans were, empty. I see a row of corn, one of peas, and one of turnips. Do you think he likes those? Corn, he says. But corn is my favorite, says Sheep. Well, that pest is still in the garden, and he's eaten all the corn. Gulp. What's sheep? What's that pest going to eat next? Quack, said Duck. What do you think? He's eating all the beans, all the corn. The next row is peas. Do you think? Peas, said the pest. Yippee! He ate all the peas, said Horse. I don't like peas. Do you like peas? I do. That pest is still in the garden, and he's eaten all the peas. Gulp. Oh, Duck is saying quack, quack, because he's eaten all the beans and all the corn and all the peas. And there's one last row with turnips. Speaking of my turnips, I kind of don't like those, but that's just me. So what's that pest going to quack? What? Quack! You have a plan, Duck? Yippee! A plan! Is this part of your plan, Duck? What do you think Duck is doing? Looks like to me like he might be digging a hole himself. Hey! Said the pest. That pest just ate all the turnips. So we'll plant a new garden. And we now know what we need. Let's try that again. We know what we need now. A fence to keep the pests out. Me? So we'll see if that fence will keep them out. Well, can you wiggle your fingers? And how about your toes? Can you wiggle your shoulders? And don't forget your nose. Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees? Stretch your arms way out and get ready, please, for a story on our flannel board. And it's taken from a book by Jules Feiffer called Bark, George. This is George's mother. Let's get her here. And this? Well, this is George. Bark, George, said George's mother. George went, meow. No, George, said George's mother. Cats go meow. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. And George went, quack, quack. No, George, said his mother. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Bark, George. George went, oink. No, George, said George's mother. Pigs go oink. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. George went, moo. So George's mother took George to the vet. Maybe not quite so close. I'll soon get to the bottom of this, said the vet. Please bark, George. So George went, meow. And the vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. Bark again, George, said the vet. And George went, quack, quack. So the vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. "Bark again, George," said the vet. So George went, "Oink." So the vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out, can you guess? A pig. "Bark again, George," said the vet. And George went, "Moo." So the vet put on his longest latex glove, and then he reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George and pulled out, oh my goodness, a cow. Wow. "Bark again, George," said the vet, and George went, "Arf." Well, George's mother was so thrilled. She kissed the vet. Let's put him back up there so she can kiss him. And she kissed the cat. And she kissed the duck. And she kissed the pig. And she kissed the cow. And on the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Hello." So those are our stories for tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. We'll be back again next week with some more bedtime stories. So Bernard, can you say goodbye? Goodbye from both of us. Thanks for watching.